Hello, welcome to Open Office Hour on Thursday, January 16th. I did not plan a topic for this week. Maybe while I see if anyone's going to show up and ask questions today, I will think of something. But today's been kind of a hectic day, so I didn't get a chance to sit down and go over some of the notes I have around with ideas for topics. I do have like a big list up on my board, but I don't know. Let's see, I've done a few of them. Actually, I've done a lot of them. So I'm not sure if I'll do any of those or not today, but I'm here for anyone who has questions. And I do have a couple tools that I use that can go over and maybe talk about some of the benefits at Epique Realty. That's something easy to do. Also, if you haven't been invited yet, but you're interested in getting new headshots, or maybe you have just been using a cell phone picture of yourself for like a selfie, I have partnered with a photographer here in Goodrich, Michigan, for a headshot like refresh, or if you need them for the first time. It's a package that she normally charges like $200 to $300 for, and we are partnered together to do it for $75. So there's tickets already available. You can order them through Eventbrite. If I remember, I'll add them to the description for this video, the link. But you can prepay them, or you can put $25 down and then pay the rest on site. And then once you've paid, you can choose your time on March 5th. It's March 5th of this year. And it's going to be like a whole day. It's 10 to 4 at the studio, at her studio in Goodrich. And you can come and get your fresh new headshots. Try to wear solid colors because they turn out the best. But if wearing designed like a patterns is more your thing, then wear patterns, but tends to be solid colors work the best. Hold on, let me respond to this message real quick because today, although my schedule is already very full, I also have been bombarded by a lot of messages asking questions. Unfortunately, none of them are for this open office. So I am in meetings until when? Pardon my silence. Okay, thank you for allowing me to answer that message. So, yeah, so anyway, if you need headshots, the link will be in here. I think if I don't remember, go find it on my Facebook. I've shared it there. And come and see me that day. I'll be hanging out at the photography studio all day with the photographer, helping to coordinate all the individuals as they come in and get them checked in. And there'll be some networking there. I don't know what kind of snacks or what I'll be bringing, but I'm certain that I'm going to have some snacks and stuff in there so that after you get your pictures taken and you're networking, you can have a little snack after so it's not stuck in your teeth, right? Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. Let's see. I am also part of the planning committee for the YWCA's Circle Lunch this year, which is taking place April 24th. If you don't know what that is, please do go look at the YWCA Flint's website, Genesee County and Flint, or YWCA of Greater Flint. and check it out. We'd love to see you there. Maybe you can sponsor, maybe you can captain a table, maybe you can just get a ticket and come join us. But I had that meeting this week as well, too. I guess back to real estate stuff. We're like 6 minutes in and there's no one here yet. So I'm not expecting that I'll see anyone today. um, I do need to start getting this link into a few other um, groups so that some individuals can find it. I realized the other day in a meeting with a bunch of agents that I haven't shared it in some of the groups that I'm in for some reason. Just forget. I do too many things sometimes, you know. For any of you who followed me any time on social media or know me personally, you know that I tend to overbook myself occasionally. But good news is that our chamber had someone step up as secretary. So now I am just the treasurer of our chamber again, which is kind of a nice relief. Now I will still be assisting with some of those secretarial duties, especially while they transition into it, but a little bit of free time for me on that aspect. If anyone's in the waiting room, not yet. Well, I guess I will start out with talking about a couple devices that I use. So I like technology and I don't like having stacks of paper everywhere, although because I'm a business owner and other people are involved in many things, and I sometimes need actual physical printouts for clients, I do end up with still quite a bit of paper occasionally. So but I try to limit that as much as possible. As a township trustee, I've asked that my board packets for our meetings get sent to me digitally. They're available digitally anyway, but they send them out to us. But I have asked for the full packet to be digital so I can put it on my device and have it at the meeting versus having a binder full of paper that's going to get looked through and then they're going to dispose of later. I'd rather save the township, the paper, the toner, and I mean, the trees as well. I mean, I have a daughter who's an environmental science graduate of college now. And if I'm just using paper for no good reason whatsoever, I'm certain that she's not going to be happy with me. But also, as a previous science teacher, I understand the impact that that wastefulness has. So I try to avoid it. Now, I'm not saying that the electronic versions are always better for the environment. But I do try to use the technologically advanced versions of things because one, it's a lot lighter to carry a digital notebook with thousands and thousands and thousands of pages in it than it is a big giant binder. And two, I'm likely to use a single notebook that's digital for a significantly longer time than a paper notebook that I have to keep replacing. So I'm hoping that I'm making good choices, and in my research to determine if I am or not, the information is mixed. So I think it really depends on what I'm using it for, if I'm truly making a difference in the environment by using the digital versions. But here we are. So one of the digital things that I use is a Remarkable. I actually had a Supernote before. See, we're talking about having waste, and I still have the Supernote, and I still use the Supernote. But because I'm frequently working on my notes in the evening, and I don't always want to have a bunch of really bright lights on, I found that using the Remarkable is a little bit better. It also has a little bit bigger writing surface for me, and I prefer that just because I take a lot of notes and have a lot of information in here. So this is the Remarkable Pro. This is the colored version. There's two other versions before this. And then I think my Supernote's actually at my house right now. Let me see if it's on the bill. Yes. So my Supernote is at my house, but it is similarly sized. It's a little bit smaller screen. It was my favorite out of all the ones I had tried previously because it's the most crisp. It's not backlit, so it allows the screen to be more crisp, more contrasting. Also because it's not color, it's more contrasting. I've tried a colored one before and I didn't like how it's not very crisp and clear. Um, and although I don't love that aspect on the Remarkable colored version, uh, because it's a larger one, and the other one I tried was a like small sized, uh, similar to this size. See, I still have some paper. It is better on the larger one for my personal preference. So that is one technological device that I have with me 95 at least percent of the time. I can easily throw it in my purse or it's in my work bag with my laptop. And I put the MLS sheets of houses I'm showing on it in folders for each client. And then when I get to the house, if I've given them, if they request paper versions, I bring them paper versions. But otherwise, I've already sent that information to them digitally by email or text message. And then I can have this open and looking at the house statistics and all that information right here while we look through the house. And I can also take notes on that house on that same sheet, the same file. I can write right on top of it things that I notice maybe that could be an issue, things I notice that they love, things I notice that they hate. And then I have all that. I also put like seller disclosures when they're available. The last like 10 houses I've shown haven't had seller disclosures at all. I digress. Let's go back to what we're talking about. But I can have those on here for us to look at, where they can ask me questions about them while we're looking through the house, things like that. I also keep blank copies of buyer agency forms on here, as well as listing documents. And should I meet somebody for a listing appointment and they want to fill out a listing appointment or a listing contract right then, I can do that and they can sign it right on here. If I'm meeting with a buyer for the first time, I can have them sign digitally before we go into the showing because they're required to be signed before you show properties. I can have them sign the digital version right on here. And then I can add it to my dot loop and send them a copy and I have it all ready to go. And I don't need to keep, I have a file box somewhere. It's probably actually back in my car right now, but I used to keep a file box that had a bunch of different documents in it. Now it has my buyer and seller guides in it, maybe a couple other things, but it's basically buyer and seller guides. And like for sale by owner guides. So it's basically my printed guides that are bound, that are books that I give out that are in that file thing now versus a bunch of documents that I can have on here instead. So I use this for my manager meetings here with my company at Two Mics. I use it for just taking notes at every meeting I go to. I use it as my planner. I use it when I do township meetings. I use it when I show houses, when I meet new clients, when I'm on the phone with new clients. So I have folders for all sorts of stuff on here, and it makes it so that no matter where I'm at, I don't have to try to find which notebook it's in or what anything. I just have to go to the right folder, the right file, and it's all here for me to use. And if for some reason I don't have a document on here and I'm in a meeting or whatever, I can do a quick note, jot it down, and then go back and do the emailed version later. I took my notes for the chamber meeting on it. I put the agenda right on here for myself, and then I write the minutes on it, which I won't have to do now that we have another secretary, but you can see I have a planner and each day is on here. The nice thing is that they're tabbed. So like here's February, here's January, getting another message. So I can go to each month, and then when I'm on the month, I can touch the day and it will go to the day page. And then I can have my schedule, I can have my to-do list, I can keep track of my meals if I want to, what my focus is, my intention of the day, some little notes. So I have my planner. And I love that it's tabbed through, but then you can see I have like some templates on here. And then I have folders for different clients and different groups and things that I belong to. Give me 1 second. And Okay, I can answer that in just a few minutes. So that's one of the technological devices that I like to use on a daily basis as a realtor and as a business owner and as a township trustee. So it has multiple uses and it gets taken around with me. As a trustee, I also take my iPad. And so the reason I use my iPad there also is I put the board packet on my iPad because it changes the pages a little faster than this does. And then I use this to jot down any notes and keep track of the things that I need to keep track of, like action steps for next time, if we're doing research on a project, things like that, so that it's easier to change between the things that I need to change. I also sometimes will keep like the first page, the agenda page on this device, and then put the packet on my iPad. If it's a thick packet and there's a lot of pages and I want to make sure that we discuss things on pages, that way it's easy for me to switch between them and still be looking at the agenda. Okay, that's it. Oh, I guess a couple other things about this too. It's super easy to put those documents on here. You have an app on your phone or your computer and you can just slide the PDF into there and it pops up on here. You have to be connected to Wi-Fi. And then you can write on it, organize it, put it in a folder, however you need to do once it's on this device. But the nice thing about the app is that you can also organize your files in the app. So say that you have a bunch of things you want to add in for one client, you can open that client's folder and put them right in that client's folder from the app. You don't have to move them on the device once you have it. Okay. Since there's no one here to ask me actual questions about this, I'm going to move on. And if you want to ask questions about this, and if you're local and you just want to try it out and see if you like it first, give me a holler. We can meet up. You can try it out, see how it works. The other device that I love, and I have two of them. And the only reason I have two of them is because if they'd had the second device out, or even we're talking like advertising the second device, when I got the first device, I would have only got the second device, but that is not how that happened. And so probably what will happen is one of my devices will be gifted to someone, possibly my daughter, since she is starting a new position that has a lot of meetings, but we shall see, time will tell. But this device is the Plaud. Let's see, tilt my camera a little bit. So this is the Plaud. This one is the phone version. Yeah, phone is going crazy today. This is the phone version and it's kind of stuck in its case, which is good because you don't want it falling out of the case while it's hanging out on your phone, right? But it does make it a little bit challenging to get out of the case. There we go. Okay, so this is actually what the device looks like. It comes in, I don't know, black and silver. This is like a kind of has a purplish hue to it. But this little device actually in the case will magnet to the back of your phone. It doesn't magnet to the back of your phone without the case, but it is small enough to keep in your pockets so that you can easily use it. And the way this device works is you just turn it on and then you push and hold this button until that turns red or it vibrates. And now it's recording. So this is recording everything that's going on. So it's just recording me talk. And right now it's on notes version. And then if you change this, you can put it on phone version. When it's on phone version and it's hooked to the back of your phone and you're talking on the phone, it can record your calls for you, so that if you're driving around a lot, you're not trying to jot down addresses or information about a property or whatever it is that you might get on a phone call about while you're driving. So that one can stay on your phone. You don't have to use it on your phone. When I've been to meetings and this is the only one I had, I would just set it on the table in front of me. But having it magnet to your phone like that just makes it easy to carry around so that you're not, trying to find it in your bag or whatever. So that's nice about that one. But what happened is they came out with a different device, and it's the same device. It's called the same thing. This is called the Plaud Note. Oops. This is called the Plaud Note. This device is called the Plaud Note Pin. And the reason it's called Note Pin is because this back slides off and you can wear it just like, pardon me, a pin. So you can wear it on your blazer, on your shirt. It just magnets on there. It also comes with a lanyard, so you could wear it like as a necklace. The way I choose to wear it, it does come with one other thing too. Oh, it comes with an actual like clip-on pin. So you can put it on the clip-on pin and then it clips onto like your edge of your shirt. This is the device, or this is the part of it that comes with it that I use the most. You just pop it in here from the bottom so it's secure. And then you can wear it around your wrist. So when you want to take a note for your, I mean, these can be used for you like a voice memo also. And you might think, why would I need to do that if I have voice memo? Well, I'll tell you in a few. So I wear it like this frequently so that if I'm at a meeting, I can just touch here like that. And now it's recording. And now I shut it back off. And what makes these special is they have an app, so they record, but they also have yeah, you can't really see that. Okay, that's fine. They have an app and you can connect. Yeah, it's just not going to show good. So you connect your device to the app and then you upload your recording to this device. So right now it's actually uploading my note from earlier. Because I just actually used this one for a Zoom meeting that I was on because I wanted to get the notes good, but I did not want to write them because as an auditory learner, sometimes writing notes and listening to someone talk when they're not the funnest person to listen to, I can sometimes like struggle with that, right? So right now it's transferring all the things that I have recorded, which you can't see because it's too bright. And it's transferring them onto the app. And why is it cool when it transfers them? There we go. When it transfers them, all these ones with red dots, it's transferring right now. That's just from me. This one's the one from earlier today that's long. That's going through right now. Yeah. And oh, sorry, that means they're ready. They're new. So the red dots means they're new and they're ready. This one is working on it right now. And what it does is once it pulls it in, it analyzes it. And then you can open it. This one was like 4 seconds, so there's nothing for it to do. But you can open it. It tells you when there's key events in it. It analyzes it for that. You can listen to the recording, but then you can also have it create notes for you. So it transcribes it, which I don't think it will any of these short ones that I just did. Oh, get that one. So I've asked it to transcribe it. So it's transcribing that little short one that's probably 2 seconds. So it's not really going to do much. It might have like 3 words on there when it's done, but it transcribes it. And what's really cool when it transcribes it, let me go to one from another day. So here's one that it did. So it organizes it for you. If it's a meeting and you've talked about things to do, it gives you a to-do list. It does some AI suggestions, so maybe next steps or content you can talk about. But it also does a mind map about the topics that you've talked about. So it creates a mind map for you. It has the summary. It has the full transcript. So you can go through and maybe you can see where it made a mistake in a transcript and fix it, and that will help your summary be better. It has an overview. So it takes that and it creates all of that from those notes, which I have found to be extremely beneficial when I go to conferences or things like that, where maybe you're listening to the speaker, excuse me. You're listening to the speaker and you're like, oh, I want to take this note. So you grab your pen, your pencil, whatever, you're writing it down. I'm writing it in my notebook, right? And in the process of you writing that down, they have started talking about something else, but you are still writing their last thing down. And now you're confused. Like, am I writing down today's? What am I writing down? Because now you're trying to write down what they're talking about now because it's important, but also you're trying to finish what you were writing down before because it was important. And in this case, if you're recording it like this, later when you go back, you have that information. Not only do you have the recording you can listen to, but you also have the transcription you can read, you have the summary that you can look through. You've got a mind map that organizes the important details or the details that the AI thought was important. And when you are doing the transcription and the summary, you tell it like what this is. Was this a training? Was this a meeting? Was this a discussion? And then it uses AI to determine what's important in the summary and all of that. So those are a few of the technological devices that I use. I have an iPad also and a laptop, obviously, because that's kind of one of some of the things that we need. But those, the Plaud Note or Note Pin and the Remarkable or the Supernote are two of the like digital items that I keep with me all the time that are not my phone or a laptop or my watch. So if you have been looking for a way to organize and have less paper, or to take better notes when you're in trainings or at conferences, those items you might find beneficial. And I believe I have an affiliate link for at least the note. I think it's an affiliate link. Either way, if I do have the affiliate link, I'll toss it in there. If I don't have an affiliate link, I'll probably just throw the link in there from their website, because I sign up to be an affiliate with different things that I use all the time, and I don't always remember which ones I'm actually an affiliate with. So those are some of the digital type devices that I like to use as a business owner / real estate agent. And while you watch me move my head around and look funny, probably because I'm looking at a different computer screen right now, I am opening up a window here so that I can do some sharing. So one of the things one of the reasons why I have open office hours is because I started an unofficial team with Epique Realty. It's called CommuniKey Agents, and it's called CommuniKey Agents because I believe that community is key. And by community, I mean the community we live in, the communities we serve, the customers that we serve are also a community. The agents we work with are a community. The brokerage we work at is a community. So we have a lot of different communities that we belong to. And I think that community is key for our success and our clients' success and them finding their dream homes or selling their current homes, whatever the case may be. And I love that I made the change to Epique in order to serve those clients and the communities that I am involved in the best. So what I want to do now is talk about some of the benefits at Epique that are, I don't know, pretty awesome. They just make my life in real estate a little easier, which gives me more time to focus on my clients, and also gives me more money in my pocket in order to donate. So if you don't know much of the money I earn in real estate, I give back to the communities that I serve. And this allows me to keep, Epique allows me to keep more of those funds for myself. So for myself, so that I can donate them or use them to sponsor community events. So some of the benefits we have here, I have it just up. First of all, we have Epique Cloud, which is where all of our stuff can be found that we need, or links to the things, because we also have things that are outside of our cloud that we use, like Sisu and Dotloop. And then obviously our MLS, which we each choose of our own based on our location, and we're nationwide. So just depends on where you're at and which board and MLS you belong to. But let's start with this list. So first of all, Spark. Spark is fantastic because we are a national brokerage. We can refer clients to agents all over the country and soon in other countries. And Spark helps us with that. So if a person goes to my website and they are looking at houses and they want to buy a house in Texas or Florida or Utah or Minnesota, Montana, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, whatever state they want to go buy in, right? And they are looking at houses in there and they fill out the form that says, hey, I want to talk to an agent about looking at a house in this state. Can you help me? Well, the Spark group, the Spark team, they assist me in making sure that those clients get what they need. So they get in touch with the client for me. They're like, they're an assistant essentially. They get in touch with the client, they find out all the information they need, and they work behind the scenes to help find an agent for that client in the area that that client wants to buy a house in or sell a house in. And it helps ensure that they are getting an agent that is communicative and works hard for their clients and is good. The other thing that's really cool about that is, like, say they live in Florida and they want to move to Michigan. Well, they need an agent in Florida, but they also need an agent in Michigan. So they came to my website and filled that out, and the Spark team will help them find an agent in Florida to sell their house. And then we'll also get them set up on my calendar to meet and discuss what they're looking for in Michigan so that we can find them a house in Michigan. And if they're outside of my area in Michigan, then we will find them an agent that can help them in the correct area. Say it's up in the UPs. Parts of the UP are like 12 hours away from, that's a long drive to show a house. So we would find them an agent there. So that's Spark in a nutshell. SignWriter, we get free signs, which is later down this list, but they send you a free personalized SignWriter so that once the sign has been installed, you can hang it up there and people will call you directly. The signs that are put out for solo agents are generic Epique signs, and then you hang a rider on it with your information. Healthcare, we have free telehealth. We have also health share benefits where you can buy into for additional, for a small cost for your family. I have signed up as on the free healthcare part just for myself because we have group healthcare through my other business. So I don't know a ton about the health share other than you can put your whole family on it. And it's insanely affordable compared to what a group plan costs. Dental care, includes dental and vision as part of the same thing. It's $25 per person per month. And it covers more than the pretty good healthcare or dental care plan that was coming through my dentist's office, because we don't have dental insurance through our group policy, and also includes vision care for that price, which includes some glasses and discounted and highly discounted frames and whatnot. AirVet is telehealth for your vet or for your pet. Sorry. So if you have cats and dogs and things at home, you can have virtual vet care for them. In Michigan, it's good for emergency, like get information. Do I need to go find an emergency vet type of thing? But because in Michigan, they cannot prescribe medications to your pets through telehealth, it's not super beneficial for that. So yard signs, I love this. Yes, I still have to go hang my rider or my riders, depending on the house, but they put out the big fancy posts and hang the sign up for me, and I don't have to be out digging or trying to stomp a sign post into a frozen yard. So love yard signs. You just go in the app, order it, they install it. It's great. CE courses, when it's time to get those CE courses, I know here in Michigan, we have to get at least 1 fair housing and 2 legal every single year and 18 every 3 years total. We go into the app, we fill out the form, we tell them what course we're taking, they pay for it, we take it, and we move on with our day. We have Agent Hub 360 business program enrollment. So they have not only live coaching and masterminds every month, but it's a ton of spreadsheets that help you organize your business. It's pretty amazing. Headshots. I don't love this, but I've heard that it's improved since it originally came out. You upload a bunch of pictures of yourself, selfies, and they create some AI headshots for you. Mine did not much look like me when I had them done, but I have heard that they have improved since then. From you, we have a partnership with Clear Mortgage, and I have not used it, but I've heard that it's pretty good. So I guess I'll have to go sit in on a meeting so I can learn more about that, because I like to be able to answer questions, and I can't really answer a whole lot about Clear Mortgage other than when you do use them, they cover your transaction fee costs with Epique. Car washes. So I will start using the car washes here shortly. There's a car wash being built nearby. The other car washes in our area are a little too far. They weren't beneficial to me. So I haven't used this yet, but I do have agents in the area that have, and they love it because they can just go drive through a car wash anytime they want. Specific car washes, you can't just go to any car wash, and they don't pay anything for those car washes. Roadside assistance is coming, and from the sounds of it, when they introduced it, it's going to cover so much and be quite amazing. But I imagine when trying to set up a system like that nationwide, it can be a challenge. And I know that they're still working on getting those details set up. So that's like our basic benefits and services. Let's take a look at our marketing benefits, because they are also awesome. One, you can download all of the logos and colors and all of that easily anytime you need them for your marketing. We have an Epique card, which is a digital business card. It's Popple, so you don't need to always have tons and tons of cards sitting around. You can use that when you're at networking events. And what's nice about that is that you collect the people that you meet's data from them at the same time that you are giving them yours. We have click offers, which is it's kind of like if you are needing a cash buyer, like an iBuyer, to buy quickly in a cash market. So maybe somebody's house is in bad disrepair, they just need to sell it quickly. This click offers helps that. Talking too much too fast, drying my mouth out. But anyway, so it gives you the opportunity to present multiple offers that are cash buyers. It also can connect you with things like a bridge loans that help your clients buy their next house before their current house is sold, things like that. Redo powered by Base. Say if there's a house that needs some updating and you have a buyer that wants it changed, right? So what happens with Redo is Redo can do the remodel, like the mock-up, and give you quotes, give the buyer quotes on what it costs to get it to look that way, to do the work. And then it's included in their mortgage and all of that, and they get the work done, and then the people move into their freshly remodeled house. I have not used that service yet, but it's sounds pretty nice. We get prorealty.com profile, which helps leads come in. We have an AI listing helper, which helps write listing descriptions. We have an agent billboard. So out on the freeway, there's a billboard that pops up that's digital with my face and phone number on it. We can have listing billboards for specific listings. So there was or is currently one with one of my listings on it out there right now. It puts the picture and everything up there. Trying to zoom through these because I have another meeting to leave to go to. We have listing photos. So I just go on the app and pick my day, and the listing photo, the photographer shows up, takes the pictures and sends them to me, and I do not have to pay out of pocket for them anymore. We have Social Bay. So Social Bay posts to our socials all the time for us, including new listings as they come out in our brokerage and things like that. We get free ads for our listings. We have AdWorks. I have not used AdWorks. I have used the Facebook and Instagram ads. We have Thinks.io, which helps you send out cards and mailers to your sphere and your clients, the mission statement. We also have Lofty, and in Lofty, we have the agent website, a personal domain, and CMAs. Bonus benefits. Listing photos, yard signs, car wash, agent billboard listing. Yeah, we already have all those. Okay. So that gives you a rundown of the benefits that Epique offers to all of its agents. Just as a quick rundown, I'm not really on here doing these to recruit, but I feel like if you are not keeping enough of your pay, we're at 85-15 split up to a $15,000 cap that goes down every year. We have a 0.1% transaction fee and a monthly tech fee that helps cover all of the costs of our tech. But I feel like if you are at a brokerage right now that you don't feel is allowing you to keep enough of your hard-earned money, or is not providing you with enough value for the cost that it costs you to be with that brokerage, that maybe it's time for a change. And I personally would love to have you come sit down with coffee with me or hop on a Zoom with me if you're not in the local area, and see if Epique is a good fit for you, and see if CommuniKey Agents, which is an unofficial team, I keep nothing from you. I'm not asking for splits. I mean, if I refer something to you, obviously there's going to be a split there, but a referral fee. But it's an unofficial team, so I'm not taking additional splits from your commission, from your income, in order for you to be part of CommuniKey Agents. And I'd like to think that I add value to the CommuniKey Agents community by sharing daily tips and having these open office hours for anyone to hop onto when they want to. So if you have been out there feeling like not loving this brokerage I'm at, let's have a chat. You can find my links in the bio or in the description. You can find me all over the place, apparently. And I would love to have a sit down with you. I'd love to chat and see what don't you like about your brokerage and what might you like about Epique, and let's see if it's a fit. It might not be a fit. It's not a fit for everybody, but that's it for today. I hope that you found my tech devices cool. I hope that you think that the benefits that Epique offers us are amazing like I do. And even if you don't, I hope you had a great day today. I hope you found value in this video, or if you were online today, which no one was today, but that's fine. And I'll see you next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Have a great one.